Collaboration as seen at JSEC High School between the library media specialist, Peter Quesnell, and a fellow teacher. Witnessed by Tasha White, September 29th, 2017. Mr. Q and a teacher who works at his school had begun discussing how they could collaborate together over a healthcare topic with a senior class who was getting college credits for an assignment. The teacher had approached Mr. Q during her lunch period a couple of weeks before and explained her plan with him. Together, they decided to show the class a couple of videos that discuss the topic and give suggestions on search terms that would be more supportive during their research process than just entering basic words into Google. Mr. Q also mentioned the use of AskRI.com as a database, and the teacher worked that question into her Google form exit slip to find out how many students use a search engine other than Google during their query. After talking with Mr. Q, he felt as though he should have done a better job talking about the use of Boolean operations to make their searches more successful as well. There were some technical difficulties as the video wouldn't play. However, the students had previously watched the video, and it was being shown again as a refresher, so Mr. Q went on with his lesson. The teacher had the public health objectives stated for the students and also had some worksheets for them to utilize. Students were working in collaborative groups and had signed up for a topic that interested them. As a group, they had to decide how to present the information they found out about. I observed one group begin to construct a set of Google Slides to insert the information they found as they were working. One of the students in the group let the others know that he was not familiar with Google Slides. They were extremely supportive as they let him know it was super simple and they would help him with it. Other students in their groups were just trying to find facts to support their topic. I was surprised to see that not a lot of the seniors had a plan for what the best way to go about organizing the information they found as they were working through this process. It reminded me of the middle school observation I had done, where the sixth graders all had an assigned library time to teach them how to prepare to be successful for this kind of research-based collaboration. And it left me wondering if the district I work in prepares our students in the same way. The teacher created a Google form to use as an exit slip and attached the link onto her Google Classroom page. Mr. Q was interested to find out about how to utilize the Google form and found it quite helpful. The teacher couldn't find the responses to the form, and so I showed her how to go back to the original form she created to find out how many of her students had time to respond. Only 8 out of the class had time to submit it, and as you can see from the picture above, the large majority of them did decide to use Google as their search engine, which left Mr. Q realizing that he did need to focus more on explaining how helpful databases can be with searches and inquiries. What I learned. I was surprised to hear that this kind of collaboration does not happen more often in this particular high school. I was excited to learn that Mr. Q was so reflective about his own process and how he could have serviced the students and the teacher better immediately. I had asked if there would be a follow-up session, but Mr. Q wasn't sure at the time if there would be. This whole collaboration made me realize the importance of reaching out as the library media specialist to our teachers to let them know just what I can offer them. Even though having a fixed schedule does limit the amount of opportunities I have for this kind of collaboration, it left me excited about the possibilities of working with the classroom teacher to further our students' learning as well as the teachers and my own.